Trials of Mana.
Oh my goodness, it's finally here. Hey y'all, Dekumon here and welcome to Trials of Mana. Yeah, I'm going 3 for 3 in remakes here. First Resident Evil, then Final Fantasy VII, and now this. And of course now, I'm playing 3 Square Enix games in a row. I kind of feel like I need to trade in my Deku Mask for a Chocobo cap or something. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this game's finally out. This one's I've been wanting this ever since I saw the announcement last year at E3. And this looks great, it really does. So, as you may or may not know, hopefully you do, if not, well, I'm sorry you missed it, but a couple months ago, when I finally decided I was gonna knuckle down and do this one, I put out a poll that basically let you guys pick who I was gonna play through this as, and the winner is Charlotte. Ah, I'm just kidding, yeah. No, believe it or not, we actually had a tie. And actually the results of this were so close that I'm just gonna take the top 3, you know? And thankfully our 2 tied characters, Durand and Angela, actually share the same storyline. So it really doesn't matter all that much which one I take as long as I have both of them. So I think I'm just gonna go with who was on top of the board for the longest, and that was Angela. Angela was actually on the top of the leaderboard for, I'm gonna say, about 3/4 of the poll. It wasn't until the very end that Durand finally caught up to her and was ahead for a little bit, and then they've kind of been jumping back and forth, and then, you know, finally we end up at a tie. And Kevin was out of nowhere. I mean, Kevin was sitting near the bottom with Charlotte, I think right up until like the last 3 or 4 days. So we have a lot of Kevin fans out there. Now, I've been going back and forth in my head if I want to do the English or the Japanese voices for this. And I can switch back and forth at any time. So let me know which ones you guys prefer. But for this first set through, I'm gonna run through the English voices and hopefully not cringe too much. Because from what people have been saying online, the English voices aren't bad, but they're not great. What is great, however, is the remixed audio sound, the music. Like, just listen to this. This sounds great. Now, a quick comparison here. That's the original audio, the original SNES audio, and I suppose I should go over this for the few people that don't know this. Trials of Mana was originally a Super Nintendo game. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it because this is obviously a remake, but you can tell just by listening to this, it definitely sounds like an SNES game. Now I go back to the remake audio. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So we're definitely gonna be leaving it on the remix for a while. So as I was saying, this is actually a remake of an SNES game, but it's a remake of an SNES game that never escaped Japan. This game did not see an international release until last year's Collection of Mana on the Switch. Now, that being said, this game is actually a huge part of my childhood. Why? 1, because Secret of Mana was my first ever RPG, and 2, I spent a good amount of time wanting this game to the point where I actually ended up playing the fan translation when it came out, I think in early 2000, when it first came out, and I loved it. So these guys have been like a big part of my childhood. This is much more nostalgic to me than Final Fantasy VII ever was, because I'm sorry, but, you know, go Team Nintendo. Our family was definitely Team Nintendo for a good long while. I don't think it was until PlayStation 2 actually came out and really started gaining traction that we had to be like, okay, fine, we're gonna have to have a PlayStation and a GameCube at the same time. And there were no regrets. There have been no regrets ever since that day. So enough of my random pontifferating, let's get to the game. Brightness looks pretty good. Now, for what people have been saying online, normal is a touch too easy. So we're definitely gonna be going for the hard mode. And it does say we can change during the playthrough. It has no bearing on the story. So if I find myself getting annihilated utterly and completely, I'm gonna leave it on hard mode and just let you guys laugh at me screaming in frustration at this game. And now it's time for the all-important character selection. So we already know the 3 we're gonna take, but I'm gonna actually run through all these guys for you really quick. So, you can make your own choices. Duran is the proud young soldier from Falsena, Kingdom of the Plains. Though he comes across as hot-headed and ready for a fight, the whole kingdom acknowledges his skill with a blade. Duran has nothing but love for his kingdom and respect for the Hero King, a good friend of his departed father, Loki the Golden Knight. You will be companion 1, good sir. Angela. Angela is the only daughter of the true queen of Altena, the snow-covered kingdom of magicians. Because Angela's mother hardly spent any time with her as a child, the princess was prone to act out to get attention, wearing gaudy clothes and playing pranks on people in the castle. Despite this, her love for her mother runs deep. Angela never got the hang of casting magic spells, a problem that plagues her to this day. Kevin. Kevin is heir to the throne of Ferolia. His father is the king of the Beastmen, but his missing mother was a human woman. Kevin's father raised him to be a fighting machine, which affected his social skills. He is unused to conversing with humans, which can make him hard to understand at times. The ice around the young boy's heart only began to melt after making friends with Carl the Wolf Pup. Charlotte! Oh, well, okay, I was actually kind of hoping these were going to stay in order up to this point, but I guess not. Charlotte is the granddaughter of Wendell's Priest of Light. She looks much younger than she is thanks to the elfin blood in her veins. Perhaps because of this, she's always been coddled by the people who raised her in the temple. Charlotte's bright and outgoing personality can be both an asset and a hindrance. Though curious, she's superstitious and a bit of a scaredy cat. And honestly, the one thing that really makes me worried about the English voice acting is Charlotte. And one reason I'm very glad you guys put her at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the rankings. Hawkeye hails from the desert fortress of Navarro, home to a guild of noble thieves. He was raised as the orphaned ward of Flamecon, the leader, together with Flamecon's own children, Eagle and Jessica. Hawkeye comes across as a laid-back and charming young man, making it hard to tell when he's being serious. But at his core, Hawkeye is a fiercely loyal friend. Nothing gets past his honed senses and quick wit. And lastly, Reese. Reese is the young princess of the mountainous kingdom of Laurent and captain to the renowned Amazon Guard. She has a will of iron and down-to-earth manner. Though some might call her stubborn, Reese is always there to lend a hand to those who need it. She lost her mother as a child, and since then has tried to help her raise her little brother Elliot. Her topmost priorities are her father, brother, and kingdom. And obviously you've had enough chance to kind of look through their various stats, but as you can tell, Charlotte and Angela are the big casters. Kevin is definitely a brawler with no skill in anything. Duran's also definitely a big melee fighter. Wow, this takes a while to get from A to B. Hawkeye is a thief, really good luck, and Reese is a really good support character. So, with that being said, we're gonna go with Angela.
Princess of Altena.
Duran.
I'm a soldier from Valsena. The name's Duran.
And lastly, Kevin.
Kevin! That's me!
All right, so this is our party. And like I said, there are 3 storylines through the game, but I'm not gonna run through all 3 storylines. I'd go insane trying to do that. But if you're wondering who goes to which storyline, Duran and Angela share a story, Kevin and Charlotte share a story, and Hawkeye and Reese obviously share a story because they're the only 2 left. I'm glad to see they kept the old mana statues around. Silver mana statues only save your game. Gold mana statues save your game and give you a full heal, which is really nice. When the world was shrouded in darkness, the goddess of mana drew forth the sword of mana to smite the 8 Benevolents. Oh, geez, it's going too fast. Gotta speak faster. She sealed the hollows inside the 8 mana stones, bringing the realm back from the brink. Weak from rebuilding the world, the goddess changed into a tree and fell fast asleep for years. However, the forces of evil sought to free the Benevolents to gain control of the world. they started a terrible war to further their plot and destabilize the kingdoms. Peace was at an end. Mana itself began to disappear from the world, and the mana tree to wither. Wow. That's definitely a bad sign. The little barrier's gone. Wow. They really expanded on this. Ooh, look at the little light balls go. Oh, listen to that. Listen to that. Oh, that sounds good. We're losing little balls of light here one by one. That's not a good sign. Wow. Okay, whoever was in charge of arranging this music, they knew what they were doing. This sounds great. And there we are, title card.
In Altena, the kingdom of magicians, the true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay. But as the mana of the world grew weaker, so did her power.
Wow, I gotta tell you, this looks
the
great.
Ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
I mean, remember, this is an SNES game.
Citizens, we all feel the magic draining from the land as mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles. No, we must open the forbidden portal to the Sanctuary of Mana, and then we can obtain the Sword of Mana.
Wow.
I thought that was trying to
Whoa.
Be still. Legend says the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana only appears after activating the Mana Stones throughout the world. Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious Mana Stone, so we expect a certain amount of resistance.
Oh, resistance,
We
huh?
shall muster our strength and take the Mana Stones by force. Our true queen will obtain the Sword of Mana to rule her magic empire.
Long live the true queen! Glory to Altena!
Glory to mankind! Yeah, I'm kind of a nerd geek.
Oh, come on, Jose! Please.
Hush! No need to shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altenish court.
Oh yeah, when was that? Back when the dinosaurs ruled? Jesus, look how old you,
I
man.
do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson.
Somebody not paying attention. Magic fail.
I've told you time and time again, you cannot use magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
Oh, please, not another lecture. Fine, I just won't ask for lessons
gosh.
anymore then. Take that.
Oh my goodness. So as you're probably guessing,
Child.
they really, if you've been paying any attention to Final Fantasy VII at all, you know it's vastly different from its original source material.
There's Victor. Hey, Victor!
As opposed to that, this game is
morning,
very
Your Highness.
true
Have
to
you
its source
finished your
material,
magic
at
lessons already?
least in terms
You
of
know
story.
Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons, right?
Which, obviously
Please
means we're
consider
dealing
my
with
flight next time,
peak
Your Highness.
90s RPG tropes. So if you're
Angela,
cringing because of a
princess
couple of
and
these,
heir
I
to the throne
apologize.
of Altena. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the shadow of her mother's royal duties. Her childhood was extremely lonely. Instead of affection from her mother, it seemed all she received were scoldings.
Oh, and therefore Angela grew up to be a
Though
brat.
She knew that the queen had important responsibilities that kept the two from playing. That knowledge didn't stop Angela's frustrated tears.
Aww.
Starved for attention, the princess grew into a rebellious youth. She often acted out, playing pranks on members of the court.
Wow, good transition
Though
there.
Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother, she remained woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline. That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
Of course not.
I am so
Explore the
bored.
castle.
Why does nothing ever happen around here?
And suddenly, we are free to wander. We've even got the little goofy music going. All right, let's see what we got. There's our jump button. We have a dodge roll. Ooh, very nice. Oh, and we have a smack at people button. Oh. Ooh. And I have a dash. Oh, thank you for telling me I have a dash. How about this? Is this jumpable? No. How about here? Oh, come on. I promise there's no major fall damage, right? Oh, my jump button is also my interact button. How interesting. So if you see me jumping randomly, it's because I'm trying to interact with stuff. Like this. Donk donk. 40 lucre. I'm guessing lucre is cash. I don't remember what, I think it was just called LUC in the translated version. Anything in here? Hey, old man. Another magic lesson? Have you reconsidered taking magic lessons, Your Highness? No way. It's not like I've needed magic so far, am I right? Toodles. Huh. Hold on a sec, I wanna see if I can change something really quick. I was kinda hoping I could, I thought I had something off by mistake. But like, I was saying, there's like, where's the character name? Your Highness, Victor was searching for you. Victor? Oh, the guy we saw gardening? Oh, hold up. Hello. A cup of wishes, wow. That's a prize right off the bat. It's locked. A cup of wishes is basically a Phoenix down in this game. So that's a revival item. This, 10 bucks. Who left 10 bucks just lying around? Achoo! It's gotten much colder lately. Ah, it has gotten colder, she says. Anything else in here of value? Anything? What do you have to say, old lady? It's so hard to get supplies nowadays. There are many monsters between Castle Altena and the port town of Alrent in the east. Good morning, Your Highness. And just like most 90s RPGs, talking to most of the NPCs is usually pointless. To be honest, it is very pointless to talk to most of them. They're very, very one-dimensional. They don't have much to say. It also is kind of nice that the game is doing a decent job of going, hey, you should go here, you should do this, which definitely didn't exist in the old game. Oh, found the barracks. Hey, I'm a princess. Shouldn't you people be standing and saluting to me? Her Majesty likes to take walks in the labyrinth of ice and frostbite fields. I believe that's where our mana stone is located. Nice little random bit of information, which doesn't really help us in the very least. What is this, training? Looks like some sort of training yard. Oh, hold your horses. There's more stuff on the ground to pick up. An item seed. Wow, that came a lot earlier than it used to in the old game. Stand back, Your Highness. The mages are practicing their magic. Well, I want to practice my magic. Come on. Mental boost. There it was. She's like a little monkey squeak. We cannot allow our magic to be less effective than a common sword. Come on, I want to see you do something. Come on. Magic shield? All right. You know, this is like a firing range. Shouldn't you be, you know, shooting things, not throwing buff spells out? Oh, this is literally just the same damn room. I have a mini map. I should know better. Huh, hello. Oh, a candy. Candy is the basic healing item. Pull this up really quick. Yeah, restores a fainted ally. That's the couple wishes. The item seed can heal you, but you really shouldn't be using it for that. As you see, like a candy's 200 HP, an item seed is 50. Well, it's 50 for everybody. It's really not worth it, especially considering what you can do with item seeds once we get to a town proper. Oh, hello. You look different. Your Highness, you are looking lovely today. Aw, I guess I interrupted her practice. Thank you. Candy's always nice. Wait. I know what a dash button does. My question was, I wanted to see if I could smack a barrel. Or a crate, which I can't do either. It's rather disappointing, to be honest. I wanted to smack things. What's the point of having the ability to smack things if I don't smack things? Hang on, I want this. Give me that. 20 bucks. People keep leaving all this money lying around. I might as well pick it up. The true queen is in an important meeting. Something about the fate of the kingdom, or some such. The Crimson Wizard is with her, of course. I believe it's a war council. A war council? Oh, my quest marker is pointing me back in the opposite direction now all of a sudden. As you can see, this was been really obtuse in the original game, and it really was, because you barely knew where you were supposed to go most of the time for certain things. Like, look at this. How was I supposed to know that I need to come over here and talk to this random ass person who I can barely see because I can't get the camera to zoom in?
The Crimson Wizard is training the mages harder than ever. I heard some were injured, but I suppose that's one of the dangers of war.
I was not expecting a voiced cutscene here.
I'm not sure, but the Crimson Wizard might be as powerful as Her Majesty the Queen now.
Oh?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there's Victor.
Your Highness, the Queen and her advisor have called for you. I will wait for you in the gardens.
Dude, I've been looking everywhere for you. The game told me to find you.
Please hurry, Your Highness.
Oh, I see what I meant by the voice acting being passable. May actually be turning on the Japanese voices before too much longer. Especially if we run into Charlotte. Because, oh God, I don't know what the localization team was thinking giving her that speech impediment that they did, but it's painful.
This is urgent. Her Majesty is preparing our troops to invade Valsena across the sea. You must go to her, Your Highness.
Wait, invade? That sounds crazy. That must be crazy talk. Oh, I can talk to either one of you. That's why there's two quest markers, because they both lead to the throne room. Please enter, Your Highness. Get out of my way. I apparently need to go smack some sense into my own mother here.
Your Majesty, I believe you sent for me?
Angela, allow me to explain. As you know,
Oh, I saw that texture pop in.
We must control the Mana Stones to gain access to the sanctuary. That is the reason for our invasion. Legend
Wow.
says if we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open. And we don't question legend.
Oh, we
shall
don't
begin
question
with the
legend.
Altenish Mana Stone.
How will you do that?
We will use a forbidden magic spell, outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy.
However, that sounds like a good reason to outlaw a spell.
My associate and I are too important for this sacrifice. If we use your body as a vessel for that cursed magic...
Wait, what?
Your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true power.
Holy crap!
But Mother...
What?
You've been a useless blight on my lineage for far too long. To think that my daughter could be so weak and powerless. Under these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for the spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child.
Wow.
No.
Whoa. Holy shit, she's starting to spell. Whoa! Wow.
She's gone.
Well, I guess she had some magic in her after all. Oh, wow. I apparently teleported myself outside the castle. Ow.
Where?
Oh, we are so not dressed for this weather.
But... Why would my mother... I can't return, but I have no idea what to do now. Wasn't there a village to the east? That might
Leave
be
the
my
snowy
only option
fields.
at this point.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was a little insane. And here we have our first open area. Although this is technically a tutorial version of this area because we won't see the real version of it for a while. Oh. Aw, the enemies here are sleepy. Oh, you're my tutorial fight, aren't you? Yep, battle tutorial. All right. Oh, weak smacks. Weak smacks I got. Dodge roll. I got that. Big smack. Oh, charge attack. I think I did this earlier. Come on, dude. Boom, baby. Oh, rocks. Lots of rocks. Oh, class strike. Oh, this was something that was in the old game, but it was very different. In the old game, you basically built up a combo meter by smacking enemies. In this one, I build up a meter by smacking enemies, but it's much more of a nuanced thing. Because the old meter was basically just smack something 4 times, you could fire off a level 1 tech like that. Ha! Don't mess with a girl with a stick.
Won, I think.
And with that, we are now free to whack the most adorable enemies to ever exist in an RPG, the Rabbites. Oh, they're adorable. They're so adorable. You don't want to smack them, but you should. You really should. Oh. Hey, stop that. Oh, schmack. Huh. Okay, I see. So that eats up 1 bar of tech. Ow, stop hitting me. Huh, look at that. I'm getting bonus XP. That's cool. I like this combat system. It's nowhere near as in-depth as, say, Final Fantasy VII's. Oh, thank you for the free healing. I kind of needed that. Wonder if I have a map screen. I do have a map screen. Very cool. You definitely did not have a map screen in the old one. Repel attack, area attack. I see. Oh. I definitely don't have enough meat. Oh, do I have a, I have a lock on too. Bam! And we're learning. Defeat without taking damage, 36. Hey, I'm level 2 already. Training characters. Level up to increase your HP and stats like your strength. With increased stats, you can use training points to power up your characters by learning moves and abilities. Put points towards abilities from the training section of this pause menu. Huh. That would be this. Oh. Use the training points you obtain after leveling to learn moves and abilities and increase your stats. Magic spells and attacks you learn will be automatically added to the move ring menu. Press down to bring up the menu and select a move while exploring the field, or battling moves cost MP. Stat increases are very nice. Abilities will grant you special bonuses to help you on your adventure. Equip an ability to get the bonus effect. Chain abilities. Abilities with the chain symbol next to them are chain abilities. When equipped, these abilities affect other party members in addition to the player. Very nice, very nice. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, I see. Base strength, magic recoil, easier to knock back enemy when magic is successful. Reclaim. Recover 1 MP when a power attack is successful. We got stamina. Diamond shards, you must obtain the requisite elemental's power. Ah, so we are keeping that system after all. So basically, it's an earth spell, so in order to actually use it, I need to have talked to the earth elemental, which will happen over the course of the story. And then we've got spell guard, defense and magic defense increased by 15% when casting. That's nice. Intellect +5, limit break. Magic damage dealt increased by 5%. That's cute. Another intellect boost. What do we have here? MP +5. Holy bolt deals light magic damage, and that's probably a good one to pick up early because the light spirit's actually the first one that we're gonna end up talking to. Recover 2 MP when enemies defeated, more spirit, and lastly luck. Gives me magic armor. 15% chance that enemy magic will do 0 damage. That's cool. Enigma, harder for enemies to target, a luck boost, and of course, Cyclone. And as you can see, this is as far as we can see in the list because these are all the abilities Angela can learn with her first class. And I say first class because obviously there's a second, a third, and according to rumors, a fourth. There's actually a fourth class, which did not exist in the original game. Bam, baby! Oh, you're still alive. Pop save here really quick. Smack. Smack. Oh, that pummel attack does good damage. And I even got a free candy out of it for my little trek. This is really good, satisfying. Oh, holy cow, money! And not an insignificant amount of money either. 180 lucre. Uh-oh. Looks like the cold's getting to poor old Angela here, though.
Too cold. I can't take another step.
Oh, I know that tune. That's the tune you hear when you die.
Please, Mother. Please.
Oh, I guess Angela just died. Or not. I mean, come on, it's the freaking prologue. There's no way we're gonna kill off main character that easily.
Where am I?
I guess this is one way to make it to the village. Oh, investigate the town. Apparently I have made it to town.
Oh, good, you're awake. My daughter found you in the snowfields. We brought you back to Ulrent. Please rest until you feel well.
Wow. Okay, yeah, the English voice acting is not the greatest.
Cheery, look. Our guest woke up.
Wow. Oh boy.
Yay! Can I play with her? Huh? Can I?
I'm not a doll, little girl. Jeez.
No, don't bother her. But I'll play with you.
Yay!
Wow. Oh my, oh my. All right, I guess we get to wander around town for a wee bit. Was not expecting this. I don't remember this being actually part of the original game, but then again, I don't think I ever really mained Angela, so I didn't do her prologue.
I think I'll go for a walk to boost my mood.
Okay. Now I know most of the shops are gonna be closed because this is the prologue, so there's not a huge reason for me to wander around here. Among other things, the simple fact that we're not supposed to be here story-wise. Well, main story, we don't end up in this town for a good long while.